Morning. Black Deplorable back here, and this video is gonna be on, let's just say, minorities and illegal immigration. So, if you are a minority, or you know some, i.e., black, Asian, Hispanic, this video just might interest you. So, with the Democrats hailing we don't need a wall and sanctuary cities, and in my case, a sanctuary state, us as minorities need to sit back and take a look at this for the bigger picture. So let's say a bunch of illegal immigrants storm the border, this happens, get into California or wherever you're at the sanctuary, and is allowed to work, live, apply for government assistance and government programs and housing, and be like a normal citizen. How does that affect us minorities? Well, as an African American, I can tell you, back in the day, it was pretty hard to get ahead, mainly because of the stereotypes that us as people put on ourselves by acting stupid, but nonetheless. Now, we have to contend with, excuse me, this is on my phone, so if you've seen the text message come in, sorry. We have to contend with a swelling of people who didn't even have the privilege of being born here, educated here, or a love for this country. Being able to take advantage and get employment and do things in our already crowded, overpopulated neighborhoods that we are striving to do things for our family. So if you are a minority and you're stuck in your echo chamber of, well, Donald Trump hates this and he's racist. What's really being racist against you? The fact that your Democratic leadership would choose to let an influx of people who break the law just to get in here, and yes, illegal is breaking the law. If I do something illegal, my black ass go to jail. Unless you're Hillary Clinton or related to the Clintons or in the elite class. You pretty much go to jail. White people too. White people who break the law, they go to jail. So by committing a criminal act and getting into my country, you are allowed to compete with me for jobs, assistance if I need it. I happen to don't need it. Thank you, Jesus. Living arrangements, housing, the fact that I even have to be behind your car on the road. So that's the Democratic Party, who's supposed to be the party of minorities, which is bullshit, putting us again in the back seat. Why? Apparently they've put enough of us in prison that we can't vote enough to matter. Or, yes, the Democrats put us in prison. Look at the crime bills. Look at everything that's put in place in these liberal cities and is targeted to put minorities in prison. You can't blame that on a Republican or a conservative. In most of these liberal cities, we are disarmed, disproportionately policed, heavily policed, excuse the mismatch of words. I'm doing the best I can on my little YouTube channel. For all you fucking libtards who's gonna come in here with your fucking spell police. And punctuation, you didn't say this right. Hey, fucker, it's an idea. So, while being heavily policed, get this, and to my European or white, I hate to say it like that because we're all Americans, I love you all, subscribers, you probably have this problem, but not as much as us black people. While the police can trail me, follow me, God forbid if I have more than one black person in the car, profile me up and down to say I'm a drug dealer, a murderer, or a gangbanger, they are not allowed in a sanctuary city to actually trail anybody that looks like an illegal immigrant. You can't miss them. They always got mismatched doors on the car. You can't miss them. These people get to break the law, be in our society, take from our society, most of them giving back to their family who didn't make it over here, while we still have to fight to get our jobs just to make it out our own neighborhood without being shot. And if we're lucky enough to make it and ain't broken enough to have a family to grow up to be productive citizens in society. And what the Democrats want to do is influx us with other people of other demographics because, contrary to what the media will tell you, this is not a Mexican issue. I know a lot of proud Mexicans who came here that loves being Americans. Yes, they still have their Mexican flag for their heritage, which is cool. But they like being Americans. They don't like the influx of illegal immigrants either. And as a black person, I'm sitting here going, at what point you got the LGBTQYXZ that you put ahead of us? Now it's illegal immigrations, migrants, and dreamers that get put ahead of us. We've got packages. They want to pass a deal to go give all this foreign aid to countries in South America when the water is still fucked up in Flint, Michigan. People are still dropping like flies in Chicago. If you go through the city of San Francisco, Oakland, Los Angeles, or anywhere in California, homeless people are building tent mansions. These problems are not getting addressed. None at all. Our, I say, fraudulent elected Governor Gavin Newsom inaugural speech did not cover homelessness, the ratio of minorities being targeted by the police, and I have no problem with law enforcement. If I'm doing something wrong, lock my ass up. Targeted by the police, put into the prison system, lack of education, and didn't address none of these. The deterioration of inner cities or any city in California. Nope, he wants to tackle guns. So that my black ass, who actually finally made it up enough to buy a legal gun, can only get 10 bullets, have to wait the background check for these bullets, while criminals can carry and get a gun quicker in the blink of an eye with a 30-round clip at the bottom. I'm so jealous. These are the things that us as minorities need to think about when we're on our Facebooks, and if you're a minority and you get on Facebook, it's nothing but hate against white people. I've never lived in a time where racism was so accepted. And this is against our so-called heralded, lionized leaders like Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, even Malcolm X, to turn around and be racist against white people when it's acceptable. And I know I'm all over the map, but this is how my videos flow. You don't like it, click the fuck off. Us as black people need to make an exit. I ain't saying run to the Republican Party. You might want to, though, since they're the ones that freed your ancestors and actually gave you the right to vote. I'm saying take a good look at the echo chambers that you sit in, where people are telling you that taking a backseat to illegal immigration or a sexual preference choice group is more important than your rights. And most of us black people, not me, just fall in line. We're with it. Yeah, the illegal immigrants because Trump's a racist. Trump signed that fucking prison reform bill that's going to let most of you fuckers out and make sure that your children don't fucking get 25 to life over a bag of fucking weed. That's what Trump did. Wow, these laws that were passed to mass incarcerate our children and my generation were enacted, thought up, and brought into effect by Democrats. Now that they don't need us niggas no more. I guess it's time for them, in the words of the movie Django, break our neck and throw us down the nigger hole. Now we're out in the cold. But you black folks don't wake up enough to go, hey, wait a minute. How can you move on to this and move on to that and make it a rallying cry when we have been needing not help or assistance, just equal opportunities to have environments that we can thrive. Not heavy policing, not garbage ass music that promotes the destruction of our race, and not having to learn to speak Spanish to go fucking work at McDonald's. Do you have to learn to speak Swahili to do that shit? No. You should find it offensive and something wrong that the party that your parents and your grandparents will tell you that you have to vote for and you have to stick with, and these poverty pimping reverends and poverty pimping politicians like Maxine Waters and many others. Everybody in a city got that black person that just makes money off of SSI checks and under the name of the Lord and all that. Not all of them, there's some good ones. While we're still plagued by gun violence, rapid drug use, broken homes, our kids being feminized to the point where their pants are so tight you can't tell if they're girls or boys. But what is your political party that you're raving about on Facebook and Twitter and well, we've got to do this, the progressives and this and all that and all the libtard shit. What are they putting first? A bunch of motherfuckers who wasn't even born here that's just leaving here to steal your American dream and your opportunity. That should make you mad. It isn't like white folks haven't got out the way. They have. They're like, hey, man, we'll take you. You're equal to us. Most of them. I'm a deplorable. I am a black Trump supporter and have not ran across a racist white person that treated me like a lesser person yet. But when I have to deal with libtards of my color or white people on the left, they seem to be more racist than any deplorable I've ever met. So just something for you to think about, black people. This illegal immigration, it affects you the most because it's another thing that you're in competition of just to live your American dream. You can't live your American dream if you're sitting in a doctor's office and you hear your black last name being called and it sounds foreign because everything around you've been called Mexican or Hispanic or Chinese. Wake up, black people. If you're a minority and you're listening to this or you have a black friend, feel free to share, hit like, and subscribe. It's been the Black Eye Trump Guy. I'm out. You fucking people are retarded. Get out your echo chambers and save yourselves. Put these Democrats out of office. I'm a firm believer of violent revolution myself, not against white people, but all deplorables just taking this country back by force. Liberalism is a cancer. It's been the Black Eye Trump Guy. I'm out.